Today we'll do the Nada prabhus of Yelahanka. They were the Nada prabhus during the rule of the Vijayanagara Empire. Rana Baire Gowda was the founder. Rana Baire Gowda was the founder of Nada prabhus of Yelahanka. Okay, so they were the feudatories, that is, they were the Nada prabhus during the rule of the Vijayanagara Empire. Rana Baire Gowda was the founder. Since they made Yelahanka, Yelahanka as their capital, Yelahanka was their capital, they were known as Nada prabhus of Yelahanka. Okay. Since they made Yelahanka as their capital, they were known as the Nada Prabhu of Yelahanka. And these Nada Prabhus of Yelahanka, they ruled Bengaluru, Tumakuru, Kolara, Ramanagara. Okay. And the beginning, Yelahanka was their capital. Later, Bengaluru and Magadi was made their capital also. Okay, so in this lesson, we are going to study about the two important rulers, that is Hiriya Kempegowda and Kempegowda II. Okay, firstly we will know about Hiriya Kempegowda. Hiriya Kempegowda is also known as Kempegowda I. Okay, he was a chieftain under the Vijayanagara Empire, and he is the one who founded the Bengaluru city in the year 1537. Okay, and it is said that Kempegowda got the vision of building a big futuristic city during his hunting expedition when he went to Shivanasamudra with his minister called as Veeranna and advisor Giddegowda. Okay, so he had a vision that he will build the futuristic city. Okay, so he envisioned, that means he brought into practice, that is to build the city. He envisioned the city to have a fort and a cantonment tank, that means water reservoir, temples, and people of all the traders and profession to live in it. Okay, so for this he conquered 48 kilometers from the Bangalore, that is in the Bangalore-Pune highway, and next he also annexed Domaluru, okay, with these two places, and within this forest area, with the necessary permission from the Vijayanagara Emperor, that is Achyutaraya, he built Bangalore Fort, that is the town, in the year 1537, and later on he moved his capital from Yelahanka to Bengaluru. Even the streets and blocks were also being planned for the purposes, that is for business and residence also. Okay, streets like today you could see Doddapete, Chikkapete were all being created by him for marketing purposes, and even you could see that Akkipete, Balepete, it is been created for marketing essential commodities like rice and even the cotton and bangles also. Okay, and you could see even the places like Kurubarapete, Upparapete, this is for trading and craft. Okay, so like this he created the streets and the blocks also for purpose like business and residence. Okay, and he also built agraharas, that is for the house for priests and other learned classes. And he also had built many temples, that is the temples of Vinayaka, Anjaneya were built at northern side of the Bengaluru. Okay, even you could see that Dodda Basavanagudi, that is a bull temple, and Dodda Vinayaka, Dodda Anjaneya and Veerabhadra temples are also built to save the fort on the southern side. He also built many temples like Basava temples of Basavanagudi, Gavi Gangadhareshwara temple were also built by Kempegowda. Okay, and Kempegowda encouraged the construction of temples and lakes, and also planned residential layout or agraharas around each temple. Okay, and he is also noted for the construction of various tanks, and tanks were usually built for the water supply to the town to the fort and also for the irrigational purposes. And during his time, he built several tanks, that is Sampangi tank, Halsur tank, and the Dharmambudi tank, which is one of the notable one. And Dharmambudi water tank, which supplies water to the present Subhash Nagar BMTC layout, okay, Kempegowda bus stand. So all these are the notable tanks that was built by Kempegowda I during his tenure. Now we'll know about Kempegowda II. Okay, after handing over the power of Bengaluru to his eldest son, that is Kempegowda, he breathed his last in the 1569. So his son, Immadi Kempegowda, he continued to build the city as dreamt by his father, and was instrumental in setting up the several new lakes and temples. Among all these contributions, some of his most important contribution is that the structure that he built, that is watchtower, okay, which even you could find today also. Okay, there are differences of opinion regarding the building of these watchtowers. Some say that some of the historians, they suggest that these watchtowers were built in order to mark the boundary of the city. Okay, and while some say that these watchtowers were actually built at a height, that is on the hillock, in order to see the major roads that were leading to Bengaluru. So hence these watchtowers were used to station, that means make the security guards to ensure safety of the city. Okay, that is also one of the purpose. And another historians, they say that these watchtowers were built not only for the security to guard that place, in order to make the officer, that means to station, that means make the officer to stand there and collect the toll charges, that means road tax from the visitors and also for the people who come from other city. Kempegowda built 4 watchtowers along the 4 direction in the following location, that is one at Alasuru, another one is Lalbagh, Mekri Circle, and Kempama Buddhi Lake. Okay, so 4 watchtowers in the 4 directions in Bengaluru. Apart from these 4 watchtowers, Kempegowda II also had constructed 3 more that means in 2 different places, that is 2 at Gavi Gangadhareshwara temple and 1 at Basavanagudi. Kempegowda II started to rule Magadi and Kunigal region and made Magadi as its capital, and usually the rulers of this family are called as a Magadi Kempegowda. Apart from these watchtowers, he also has built many forts at Magadi, Savanadurga, Huriyur Durga, and other places. Like his father, he also has constructed many villages, temples, and tanks. Okay, today as a tribute to his work, okay, Kempegowda II, the administration of Bengaluru, that is BBMP, has used a picture of the watchtower as a logo.